Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do something different. This is behind me, as you can see, my crypto account. This is Coinbase Pro, and on the left here is the order book. All these red numbers are sell orders. The little white numbers that's bouncing around over here, these are prices where I have orders. So anytime you see a little white number, that's a price that I have an order at on the order book. On the green down below is all the buy orders. And same thing, if every now and again you'll see a little white number that's bouncing around, that's where my order is. That's the price that my order is at. I'm not going to go into how the order book works or how level 2 quotes works or anything like that in this video. But I promise you, I will make a video that explains all of that stuff. But it gets a little involved and it's pretty geeky, so it's not for everybody. Here's the chart. Right, there's nothing out of the ordinary about that. This is Bitcoin. I'm trading against USDC, which is USDC is a US-backed stable coin. Over here, oh wait, I got to get myself out of the way. Hang on a second. So over here, these are all the open orders or filled. Some of these are filled. But over here, everything shows everything that gets filled. So see, I've got a number of sell orders that were filled. A little ways down, there's some buy orders. And I just have this algorithm that it tries to trade within the spread. If you look over here, where my cursor is, so at the bottom of the red is the lowest price anyone is willing to sell their Bitcoin for. Right? At the top of the green is the highest price that anyone is willing to pay for Bitcoin. So yeah, sorry, I'm giving you a quick lesson on the order book and level 2 quotes. This number here, where it says 19, 20, blah blah blah, that's the gap, the difference in price between the highest bid and the lowest offer. So my bot tries to exploit that gap by narrowing it, by placing orders inside of that spread and narrowing that spread. And so every now and again you'll see an order go in, although I think I'm at my max. No, there's something stopping my thing from placing orders at the moment. I think the price is too high because it only places orders below a certain price. But every now and again you'll see this white price go up. That's my order getting close to the top of the buy side. Okay, when it gets to the top, eventually somebody will place a sell order that fills my buy order. Right? That's kind of how the matching is called, a matching engine, and it matches buyers to sellers. Okay, down over here, this is the market depth, and I'm not even going to get into that. It's weird. It's easy to understand, but it's hard to understand at the same time. So I'm not going to explain it in this one. I'll explain it in a later video. There's a little green square here that represents this order right here that's about to get filled. Boop. No, did it? I can't tell. And so this is basically represents the order book over here. Right? If you follow my cursor. Here's all the sell orders that I have. They're kind of like ants marching towards the center there. And then this is a buy order that I have open. And I guess if the price goes down another like 20 bucks or so, you'll see more buy orders being opened. So there's stuff going on. Let's see what else. And okay, I'm kind of feeling like I want to explain all this stuff, but I don't. I just want to show you what's going on at the moment. Over here you can see an order, a buy order just got filled a minute ago. So this is the exchange, this is Coinbase, and this is where all the activity is happening, right? Okay, now I'm going to show you my bot, which is actually surprisingly calm right now. But if you look at here, this bot is trading two currency pairs, or two crypto pairs. One of them is Bitcoin against US dollar, the other is ETH against US dollar. Okay, this is showing the current bid and ask, and when I say bid and ask, the bid is the highest price that anyone's willing to buy, the ask is the lowest price anyone's willing to sell for. A match is when a buyer and a seller agree on the price, and that order gets taken off of the books. Anytime you place an order and it doesn't have a match, it goes in the order book, and that's called making liquidity. You're a maker. But anytime you place an order that removes an order or a part of an order from the order book, you're a taker, and that's called a market order. So takers place market orders, makers place what they call limit orders. I know, I'm getting into it, and I love this stuff. I can talk about this stuff all day, every day, and I love trading. I love automation, and automated trading just makes sense to me, you know. So this is basically a view to my bot, and now we have recent open rounds, and here's a list of all of the trading rounds I have open. A bunch for ETH and a bunch for Bitcoin. And they're tiny trades, like here 0.001 Bitcoin, which is right now about $26 or something like that, $27. Yeah, about $27. And then it has a buy price and there's a target price. As soon as that fills, when this buy order fills, you'll see here a price go in this slot, right? This one was filled at this price. And so as soon as it fills, I turn around and put an order in the sell side at profit. And that's about $500 away, maybe just over $500 away from the buy price. Which it sounds like a lot, but literally that order can get filled in a matter of minutes depending on the kind of volatility that's happening with Bitcoin. And since all the whales are buying up all the supply of Bitcoin, liquidity on the exchanges is crazy low. It's unbelievably low. I'll give you an example. I'm going to go back to the exchange. Man, this stuff moves really fast. But if you look right here, that's about 27.5. Look how fast the price is changing. So let's say 27.518, but over here is like 27.550. So there's like $40 between the top of the screen here and the bottom. But these prices increment by a penny, right? So that price should be about, I don't know, how many of these are there? This price and this price should be about 20 cents apart. But because there's no liquidity, because there's nobody putting orders in the market, oh, you know what? I can turn my camera back on, huh? There we go. Okay, but because nobody's putting orders into the order book, there's a $40 difference between the top, this one here and this here, right? Which means there's no liquidity. That means any random dude with X number of dollars can just place a market order and wipe out this whole chunk of orders and drive the price up by $40. In fact, if I go, I'm gonna go over here. Now I need to hide again. Hang on a second. Okay, so I'm back over here. Right? If you look at, okay, this is the middle. That's the price that's right between the buy and the sells. The greens are buys, reds are sells. Okay? If I go back, let's see. I want to go back to this price here, 27.575, right? Basically, that number where it says buy, that tells me how many Bitcoin I need to buy in order to move the price to that. And how much money it would cost me to do that is the cost. So all I need, okay, so the price right now is 27.515. If I want to move the price by $40, I just need to buy 3 Bitcoin. And I'll move the price by $40 with a 3 Bitcoin purchase. That's how low the liquidity is in this market. Because all the whales are buying up all the supply and they're buying them from these morons who are selling this stuff on the exchange. Now I'm one of the morons, but I'm trading up. I'm using dollars to trade up, to buy and sell at profit, and I'm keeping some of the Bitcoin that I buy and sell. I'll give you an example. The example that I use is like, let's say candy bars, right? I buy 100 candy bars for $100, okay? Because I'm a reseller. So but I like candy bars. I want some for myself. I buy 100 candy bars for $100. I keep one, and I sell the 99 for $101. So I still have my original $100, and I have an extra dollar to spend, and I have a candy bar left over from the sale, from the purchase and the sale, right? I do exactly the same thing with Bitcoin. Okay, let's say I buy $30 worth. I think I'm doing $30 worth, right? And then I pocket some, and I sell the rest for just over $30. Okay, and someone always buys that. Oh, did you hear that cha-ching? I just filled a sell order. Or at least my bot thinks it filled a sell order. Let's go back to the bot real quick. Okay, I have to hide myself because you can see every now and again you'll see something flash green up here or a price over here light up green. That means that it's close to the top of the, well, it's either, if it's in this column, it's close to the top of the buy side. If it's on this side, that means the price is close to the top, the bottom of the sell side. So I'm at either at the bid or at the ask. Let's see if another one happens. I think there's one that's going to happen here pretty soon. No, maybe not. All right, I missed opportunity. Sorry. We'll get back to that. So, oh, of course, I turned the camera on and something happens. So what just happened? I wasn't paying attention, but I think we just filled another sell order. What else? Yeah, so this would light up green. Now the price is moving so fast, and it's like the reason why is because what I just explained. It only takes 3 Bitcoin, for example, to move the price by $40. Okay? So somebody decides, oh, I want to buy 20 Bitcoin, right? They might move the price by $150. You know? It's crazy because there's just no liquidity in the market. What else did I forget to show you? Oh, I'll show you one more thing on the exchange itself. So let's get off of here. Okay, over here, this is the trade history. Now this is what people normally see when they're looking at stock quotes and things like that, right? Anytime there's a match on the order book, an entry goes here at the top and it pushes everything else down. Like right here, nobody's matching anything right now. So this side is perfectly still. But there, somebody just placed a buy order and filled a bunch of the sell side. And I don't know why I didn't get a cha-ching because one of my orders was on there. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of buy orders just got filled. So these are people taking liquidity from the sell side. When you see these green ones like this, that means a buyer just took a bunch of liquidity from the sell side. Okay, I think there's a delay between the time that these things actually happen and the time that it registers on my bot. That's why the cha-chings are delayed. Yeah, so it's like nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden somebody places an order. But if you look at these trade sizes, right, 0.07, 0.1, 0.05, these are puny, right? Because that's all that people are putting on the order book. They're putting these tiny orders in, and so if somebody places like a 4 Bitcoin order, they got to fill all of these little, 0.02, 0.07, 0.1 until they've filled 4 Bitcoin. And that means the price could drive the price up $50, $60 because it's going to take that many prices to capture that much Bitcoin. And so people buying at market right now are just stupid. But I appreciate that because it gives me opportunity to make money from them, right? Yeah, I mean, this is clearly a case of the more educated you are, the more likely you are to profit from the chronically stupid, right? It's one of those sort of situations. So here we've got over here, like look at this. That order and the one above it, those are two of my prices that I have, right? But there's only maybe 15 orders in between, and that's $20 apart. I mean, that's just nuts. $20 is what, 2,000 points, right? If you were talking Forex, it would be like 2,000 points. But clearly, there's not 2,000 prices in between my two orders. Oh, so that's another thing. When you see big price moves in the Forex market, that's exactly what's happening. Each broker has his own order book, right, that they manage. And the liquidity providers have their own order books that they manage. And when there's no liquidity in those things, somebody who places a big order will move the price. So that's why I say during the end of December and most of January, you see these big price swings, and it's because there's no orders in the order book to fill at reasonable prices. So if somebody places a big market order and says, okay, I want to buy 40 lots of euro dollar, that might drive the price up like significantly, because there's just not that many orders or that much product available at the current market price. So it would fill everything at the current market price and then go up to the next price and the next price until that order is filled, right? But then come February, when all the smart money comes back into the market, and now the order book gets full again, and you can place a 100 lot trade, and you wouldn't move the price not 1 point, right? Because there's that much liquidity at that price. I hope that makes sense. I know I talk a little fast when I talk about this stuff, and I'm not really intending to teach you level 2 trading at this time, but I mean, I can't really avoid it, because you're seeing this stuff happen in real time, and I kind of have to explain what's happening. If you watch these dots, let me get rid of myself real quick. If you watch these guys, they'll start disappearing, right? As they get close to the ask price, eventually they get filled, they'll disappear. And then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, as the price goes up, right? If the price is going down, you'll see orders going in on this side and disappearing as the price goes down. But then as the price goes back up, you'll start seeing these green squares sort of appearing up along the way. That's just my algorithm, the way it works. It's trying to exploit that spread in the order book. And when I have enough buying power on certain crypto pairs, I can have my grid spacing set to 1 point, and it'll literally place a trade 1 point away from each other until it fills that entire spread and maintains a 1 point spread in the order book. And when that happens, it's glorious. It's like I'm pretty much dominating that order book at that point, because every sell order that goes through fills one of my buy orders, and then I immediately go and sell it at profit, and I put more buy orders in to fill whatever gap was just created in the spread. And it's beautiful to watch. But because this is Bitcoin and the price moves so wildly, I can't really do that with the 1 point. I mean, it would take a huge amount of money to be able to trade at every price level. So I have to make my grid quite a bit bigger. In fact, my grid is $20 apart, which is 2,000 points, right? But 2,000 points, as you've seen, 2,000 points moves within seconds, right? Like, I don't know how many cha-chings you've heard in the last. I see that there's been 4, and just in the time that I explained this to you. So that's probably means that the price moved at least $80 and back in the time I explained something to you here. Let's go back to the other monitor, because I want to show you. So I showed you the stuff on the left, but now I want to show you the right. So on the left, I'm going to hide for a minute here. So on the left is my browser that's basically an interface to the bot that's running on a server in New Jersey that's close to that has a low latency connection to the broker. I mean, ridiculously low latency. It's crazy. But here, this black screen, this is actually the bot itself on that server in New Jersey. And this is the output. It's outputting log file entries as it does stuff, right? So every time it places a buy, or every time it places a sell, or every time it fills a sell, like in here you've got a bunch of sell fills, or anytime there's a warning, like if I have a message queue that holds X number of messages, and sometimes that message queue piles up. And that if you don't understand what that means, it's not important. But for me, it's important because I have to monitor this kind of stuff in order to get the best performance, and so that's why I'm outputting these messages. But for the most part, like if you look here, a buy order went in at this time, and then the buy gets filled, and then immediately a sell order goes in, and then at the next opportunity, another buy order, it gets filled, a sell order goes in. Eventually the price moves in my favor, and I get all these fills, all the sell orders fill kind of at once. And usually you would see buy orders kind of scattered within those, but the way this thing is going, I have a maximum price that I'm allowed to place my buy orders, and so these prices are well above that maximum price. So you won't see any buy orders happening when these sell fills happen, right? But if the price goes down significantly, then you'll see buy orders intermixed with, or buy fills intermixed with sell fills. I think I'm going to kind of end it there. I'm going to switch back to the monitor, the other monitor, and you can kind of see it looks like there's one about to fill right now, sell order, and I should hear a cha-ching. Now if that order fills and I don't hear a cha-ching, it's probably because I've got so many messages in the queue that I was telling you about earlier. I've got so many messages in the queue that it's got to get through all those messages before it sees the message that says that order was filled. That's how much data is piling into this bot at any given time from this order book, because there's so much activity. Even though, if you look over here, nothing's getting filled, right? Like, nothing's getting filled. Everything's just static. But the order book's going crazy because everybody and their brother who's got a bot, has got a bot running on this thing, and they're constantly changing, like, okay, I place an order here, wait 10 seconds, nobody's taking it, so now he's trying a different price. So they're removing orders, they're replacing orders, they're just going crazy, and that's why you see all this stuff happening, all these orders being canceled and replaced at different prices. And mine doesn't do that. Mine just looks within the spread. It says, okay, is there an opportunity to place one within the spread? And it places one, and then it just leaves it, right? And then it just waits for the next opportunity and the next. And as soon as one gets filled, a buy fill triggers a sell fill basically triggers a cha-ching, and the actual price action, the order book itself, triggers the buy orders. I'm not taking orders off. The only exception to that is, okay, let's say I place a buy order and the price goes up instead of down to fill my order. And so I have like 6 or 7 buy orders on the order book waiting to be filled. After about 10 minutes, I'll look at all of the orders on the buy side, and I'll say, okay, are there any orders above the price of this order? And if there are, then I cancel it, because I might need that money for an opportunity to trade at a higher price. I know it sounds stupid to try and trade at a higher price than what I'm already trading, but I don't really care what the price is. I just care that I can buy it and sell it at a specific markup, right? And so, so I'm saying, like in the example of the candy bars, instead of saying 100 candy bars for $1, I would say I'd buy $100 worth of candy bars, right? And then take a candy bar out and sell what I have left for $100, right? So if that means I'm buying 70 candy bars and pocketing one, or 90 candy bars and pocketing one. It doesn't matter. What matters is I'm buying $100 worth and I'm selling less than what I bought for the amount that I paid for the full package, right? So that's what I'm doing with the crypto. So I don't really care too much what the price is, but I do have a threshold that says if it's above this, don't buy at all. Wait till the price dips down below that and then look for opportunities to buy. This video is turning out to be way longer than I thought it was going to be, but I really want to get you guys started, kind of get your wheels turning on crypto, because man, those things are not going away. And anybody who doesn't understand them in a year from now, they're going to be hurting. The more you understand it, the more you know about it, the more you can get involved, the bigger edge you have down the road. And I'm all for them. I'm all in. You know, I'm stashing away Bitcoin and ETH like you wouldn't believe. And the whole purpose of these 2 Forex accounts originally was just to grow them aggressively, and anytime I made a withdrawal, and we'll get to that whole withdrawal thing, that's just a strategy. So so I'm not going to give away that secret yet, but there's a strategy behind the withdrawals, and it's going to blow your mind when you hear it. So be ready, right? And that happens at $750. As soon as the account, that Forex account, goes to $750, that's going to be the first withdrawal. So yeah, what I was saying is those 2 Forex accounts that I have, every time I do a withdrawal, that's basically free money that I have to buy cryptos with. That's the primary purpose of those 2 Forex accounts, is to, 1, to grow the account, and 2, to give me free money to buy crypto with. Because if it's free money, you don't care what you pay for the crypto, because you paid for it with free money. If you're having to work 40 hours a week to buy 0.001 Bitcoin, no, that's too much of a stretch. But if you can get the money for free, then it doesn't matter what it costs to buy the crypto, right? I hope that makes sense. So that's why I'm so passionate about cryptos. I've been passionate about Forex and trading and programming and all this stuff for a long time. But cryptos are fairly new, and man, they're not going anywhere. They're here to stay. And if you don't get on that crypto bandwagon, man, you're going to be scratching your head. Even just a year from now, you're going to be like, man, why didn't I listen to Tony the Forex guy a year ago, you know? All right, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, because, you know, when you do, that helps the YouTube algorithm so that other people can find videos like this. If you have questions, I'm sure you have questions, so ask them in the comments. I want to see your questions. That'll help me decide what to record for the next videos and stuff. At a minimum, I'll answer your questions in the comments as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.